This little bike basket completely changed the direction of Bird Yaya. At the time, we thought we were just making one cute crochet project. Instead, it led us to stop buying expensive yarn, learn how to make our own, design dozens of crochet bags, and eventually build Bird Yaya. And it all started with one picture on Pinterest. One afternoon, I was scrolling Pinterest when I saw the cutest bicycle basket I'd ever seen. I remember thinking, I wonder if I could make something like that. That one tiny idea sent me down a rabbit hole I never expected. First, I discovered just how expensive t-shirt yarn is. Then I wondered if I could make my own. That led to turning thrifted fabric into yarn, which led to making more bags, which led to creating our own patterns, and eventually, Bird Yaya. Funny how one little idea can completely change your creative journey. So let's make the basket that started it all. Step 1, we have to find the fabric. Every version of Bridget starts the same way, at the thrift store. Originally I was hunting for old t-shirts, but then something bright pink caught my eye from halfway across the store. It wasn't a sheet, it wasn't a shirt, it was a random fabric remnant, stretchy, probably a little questionable, and certainly flammable. And only $3. Obviously, it had to come home with me. After a little slicing and a lot of patience, that pile of fabric transformed into heaps of handmade yarn. Honestly, this tiny remnant made more yarn than some king-size sheets we've used. That's still amazing to me. Step 2, we have to turn it into a basket. One of my favorite parts of this design is the wooden base. It gives the basket structure without making it bulky, and it's what helps keep its shape while riding on the bike. Yaya cut the base on the Glowforge, and then it was finally time to get started on crocheting. The hook catches the yarn and the stitching begins to stack. It's a little tough getting it into the wood base, but eventually you get around if you persevere, and then you start stacking up those rows. Row after row, the basket slowly grows. It's one of those projects that's incredibly satisfying to watch come together. And if you'd like to make your own, there's a complete printable pattern linked below in the description. So once Yaya gets done with this very sturdy, very durable, and absolutely gorgeous bike basket, then it's time to pick out some handles. Sometimes projects tell you exactly what they want to become. I actually tried several different fabrics for this handle, but every single time I came back to the first one that I had found. It just belonged. So Yaya sewed up the handles. We attached them to the basket, and suddenly Bridget was finished. I don't think handmade things are meant to sit on shelves. They're meant to be used. Bridget isn't just another crochet basket. She's meant for Saturday morning bike rides, fresh flowers from the market, picnics in the park, and little everyday adventures. Every time I see her hanging from the front of my bike, I'm reminded that one tiny Pinterest idea completely changed what we create today. And that's pretty special. So I'd like to know, have you ever made one project that completely changed your hobby? Or what would be the very first thing you'd carry in Bridget? Tell me in the comments. I can't wait to read your answers. And if you'd like to see what we create next, be sure to subscribe. Love Bird Yaya.